Kickstart, can you tell us like what's going on here, basically in Montenegro, in EdCon?
So this is first off, I think a big gathering of Web3 citizens. It started at Zuzalo actually, and I really wanted to go to Zuzalo before, but now, like I think all the crypto people came for EdCon, and this is just an exciting conference.
Imagine, like man of crypto wants to identify himself as Web3 citizen. Let's go to the each one
Sure.
by the activities. For example, how I should identify. Okay, like if I have Ledger, am I Web3 citizen?
That can be part of it, I think. Yeah, because Ledger and pretty much any non-custodial type of wallet means that you're happy to take ownership of your own assets, and crypto is like the only way to basically start doing that. So I think this is like, this also kind of works with the value here, I think, meaning that you're ready to take accountability and basically ownership over your life in a big way. So I think using Ledger is a good sign. So you're on that way.
Okay,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's one.
what else can I do on chain if Web3 citizen to?
I guess for a content creator, that's the way I think about it, at least. So looking at the platformization that happened, so YouTube or Spotify, even though that was a big wave and that actually got a lot of creators their jobs, but I think now with Web3 it's getting like starting a bit of a new wave. So you don't have to rely on a certain platform in order to get paid, and I think this is a very exciting trend. So say instead of dropping your new song on Spotify, you go and like drop a music NFT. So that can be like a way for you to kickstart your creator career in Web3. So that can be another, like qualifier for a Web3 citizen.
Second one, then self-custodial. The second one, technically, it looks like I should have some kind of job in Web3 to do. Right. Okay. In my particular case, if we want to promote Man of Crypto, let's say I'm gonna have my DJ set, for example, and if I have my DJ set, I go to the music NFT, I drop it, and then I start basically gathering my followers there or community there.
Sure. But I would say like it doesn't have to be that you don't have to have a job in the Web3 space to be a Web3 citizen. I feel because. You might still kind of work your way there. Maybe you're not yet working in the space because the opportunity in the space is not like insanely huge. It's obviously growing, but I can see how like some people can be very much like it can be their full-time hobby, but they're still not
Degens,
there.
Like for example,
like degens, or anyone like flippers, collectors, minters, whatever.
Okay, so our goal now is to show how wide it can be. So it can be content creators, it can be basically flippers, it can be degens who try to make money.
Users of the products in Web3.
Okay, that's a good definition. Basically, users of the products of Web3 products. And as far we go as more products and like wider spectrum and so on. Can you also help us to understand what kind of values behind this meaning?
I mean, we've named one, which is like being more self-custodial. I think another one is...
what does it mean to be self-custodial from the value perspective?
Let's unfold this one. I think that's the biggest one as a qualifier for the Web3 citizen, in my view. I think, again, it comes back to being able to make decisions for yourself. So you're not expecting other people to basically do everything for you. So you are actually curious about the world around you, and you're ready to make choices on a daily basis. So you don't have to have, I guess, your bank telling you how you should be managing your money. You don't have to have your government telling you exactly how you should walk. So stuff like that, I think, is pretty important.
Beside the responsibility, do you see other patterns?
Or values?
Of like what kind of values common? Maybe there is some values which common between all of these people who come to.
I definitely see a lot of passion. So I think like at Zuzalo, so I didn't go yet. Hopefully I'll go in maybe a couple of days. But there were people from the longevity community, and I've been told that like they're as passionate about longevity as crypto people are passionate about crypto.
Maxis, technically.
In you can call it. I don't like the word maxi. I like the word passion here because you're still open to. It's not that you're like closing off to anything else, right? So you're actually opening up to something new. So I think passion is a big one.
We have now definition of Web3 citizen. We actually have like bunch of people here and all around the world, around Ethereum, around different blockchain networks, who like fit in this criteria to be Web3 citizen.
Do we include the nomads?
Yeah, I think Web3 nomads probably as well. I mean, you mentioned Zuzalo. There was some talks about decentralized societies. I know people who try to build Web3 villages. Basically, a lot of things going on.
Yeah, meta states.
Is it network state?
Yeah.
Actually, also like big movement. Is it correct to say that we are like all together starting a new nation or new type of society? Like, what's your thoughts on this?
I think we're onto something. I don't know what that is, but clearly
it's in the air. Like you,
you can feel. Yeah, I agree. I think we're missing a spark. We're missing some kind of like, we're close to the inflection point. I think in the concept of like self-organized communities that are connected not through their passport. And at least in my bubble, whenever I meet people, I can pretty much clearly see who kind of belong and who understand this new paradigm. Most of the people do actually. Yeah, and then that's interesting. Like all of the stuff that was, invented a very long time ago seems very much outdated at this point. Like all the borders and
you mean the current structure of the world?
Yeah, the way things work right now, like all visas, passports. Like when people interact, it usually doesn't matter. Yeah. So we're getting into libertarian.
I like this topic. I mean, I also feel this in the air, and to be honest, I feel maybe a spark can happen sooner than we expect.
Man of crypto.
Maybe man of crypto is the spark, right? But like now it's just like starting like sparking. But
the funny thing is that we don't need to riot even. When like in many cases there. Like the change of the regime happens with like using force, and I think with meta states, it doesn't create a lot of tension right now. Even so, like look at the example for all the nomad visas, right? Like countries are willing to step up and like implement that, such that people, more nomadic freelancer-like people, are coming to their country to create more economic value. So it might happen kind of naturally, which is I think is a good thing.
Nice. Thank you, Evgeny.
Thank you.
I mean, I learned something for myself, and I hope everybody learned something.
I did as well.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, actually, okay. Like, let's do it.
That's
Thank you, Evgeny.
Inspiring change.